Most business owners waste hours scripting videos that get decent views but zero sales calls because they are missing this conversion framework. Now I'm going to show you the exact scripting structure that helped our client Christian go from 200 clients to 400 clients and helped our client Virtual Bacon add 200k new revenue to his business. So you can stop making the videos that just get likes and start making videos that actually books calls. Let me start with the biggest scripting mistake I see business owners make, and it's probably what's killing your conversion and retention rate right now. Most people save their biggest insight for the last, but on YouTube, that's the guaranteed way to lose your clients because no one sticks around long enough to see it. Here's a perfect example. Our client Mike used to script like a TED talk, hook, context, and finally the big point. His average watch time, 2 minutes. People were bouncing off before they even got to the good stuff. But when we started working with him, we flipped the script, literally. Same content, but we moved the killer inside up to 2 minutes. And the results, 8 minutes of average watch time, and he started booking clients. People don't watch YouTube like they read books. They need the payoff upfront, or they are gone. I'm giving you the complete script template that creates this front load structure with this video's exact script, retention triggers, CTA placements, and a lot of other templates that we use with our agency clients. Click the first link below in the description and grab it for free. Alright, so step 1 is really important because if your intro fails, nothing else in your video matters. People are gone in just 15 seconds. All you need to do is 3 very specific things in your intro. So let me show you how this works. Here's my hook from last video and I'm going to read it out, then I'll pull out what those 3 things are. Most business owners waste months creating YouTube videos that gets random views from people who would never buy from them because they are missing these 3 methods for finding video ideas that actually convert viewers into qualified sales calls. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find killer video ideas that book calls and blow up your business. The same process we have used with 50 plus business owners over the last 3 years to generate $800,000 in sales pipeline, 35 million organic views, consistently turning YouTube content into qualified sales calls. So first thing that you have to check off is why someone should care about the coming content, which I did right here in the first line where I set up the problem. That is wasting months on YouTube that don't convert. And then in the second line, I showed credibility. I talked about working with 50 plus business owners and the specific results we have generated. That's the proof part. Third thing is the promise. I told them exactly what they would learn if they stuck around. That's how to find killer video ideas that book calls. That's it. If you tick off all 3 things, that's problem, proof, and promise, and keep it under 15 seconds, you have got a converting intro. Alright, so you got them hooked with your intro. Now, here's the problem. Most people immediately jump into the background or start explaining some basic concept. That's where you lose your viewers again. Instead, you need to rehook with what Ed Lawrence called killer insight. Shout out to Ed for this framework. And it needs to happen in the first 90 seconds. Put your best value or perspective right after the intro. Front load the good stuff. Here's what I mean. Let me read you how I structured my last video right after the hook. So after my intro, I immediately said, here's something that will blow up your mind. The difference between a video that gets 50,000 views and 0 sales calls versus the one that gets 5,000 views and books 10 qualified prospects isn't editing, thumbnail, or even the content quality. It's whether you pick the topic your ideal clients are actively searching for versus something you wanted to talk about. So instead of saying something generic like consistency matters or giving background information of random things, I give them a counterintuitive insight that makes them think, wait, I never looked at it that way. This is your rehook movement. It keeps people past the third of your video, which is exactly what YouTube algorithm rewards. The goal is simple. Make them already feel they're getting the value, so they stick around till the end. Alright, now you got them hooked. You gave them that killer insight. Here's how to script the main body of your video. First things, don't write every single word. Use bullet points instead because word for word script make you sound like a robot. I don't know if you ever tried reading a script someone else wrote for you, but you come off as monotone and boring. Bullet points lets you use your natural tone, your natural words. You don't procrastinate recording and you can add your expertise naturally. Long story short, the video is going to perform way better. So here's the structure. Split your body to 2 to 3 main points, then break those points into bullet points. Now, look at the script that I wrote for this video itself. I got the main points here. In this case, I have got like 5 steps, so that's like 5 main points here, but that's fine too. Just have some sort of structure to it. See how it's simple it is. There's main point 1, then there are more bullet points to it. That's problem, promise, proof, breakdown, real example analysis, 15-second rule. Now, when you're recording this video, here's what you do. You glance at the bullet points and you glance back at the camera lens and keep going. And you don't just read problem, promise, proof, breakdown. You actually explain it, elaborate on it, tell your stories, add examples. Now, this is the best way to record. This is what everybody does who performs super well on YouTube. Now, there's going to be some people who say, we need word for word script. That's minority. Most successful creators use bullet points because it sounds natural. But here's one more thing. It's not just about bullet points. You also need to make the same familiar advice that everyone has heard on YouTube feel new. So something that I did on my last video, everyone knows about how to pick right video ideas for YouTube, but I made it feel completely new. Instead of talking about it, I created a simple triangle diagram with layer 1 at the top with the main offer, layer 2 in the middle with the core components, and layer 3 at the bottom as the searchable problem video topics. So it's same code advice, but the visual plus specific examples made it feel fresh. So when you're scripting your main content, make sure to use some simple visuals like triangles, diagrams, flowchart, or even just a simple spreadsheet. Show before and after examples, add your unique twist to the common advice. Alright, so you got your main body content structured. Here's the step that bridges the gap between views to leads and sales. Most people don't realize more views means more conversions. You can have a video with 50,000 views, but it would convert just 1 or 2 leads, while there are videos with 5,000 views and they have like tens of leads booking it. The real difference is when you make your ask. So what you essentially need is 3 CTAs for the whole video. Now let me show you my last video script and break it down to you how I did it. So at the 90 seconds, I said I'm giving you the complete guide with all these methods. Click the link below this video right now to download it for free. So there's the first CTA. Happens within the 90 seconds and it's for your lead magnet. Then the next CTA is around the 4-minute mark. Now this could be a subtle verbal CTA or a text overlay, something written as get the guide below. There's a middle reminder. Then at the end is the third CTA in the outro. Here I did the full pitch for my strategy call. This is your main conversion moment. So here's something I said: if you want us to implement this entire system for you, click the first link below to book a strategy call. Now imagine if every video you make does this, and if you're getting hundreds of views on an hour, you're going to be funneling a huge amount of people in your email list, which is a complete game changer for your business. Now the key is making the first task in the first 90 seconds. Most people wait till the end and miss all the opportunities while people are still engaged. Now step 5 is really important because this is where you either convert people or completely lose them. Most people still end their videos with thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. That's really amateur. All you need is 4 simple things in your outro. Now let me show you how this works. Here's my outro from my last video. Now I'm going to read it out and then I'm going to point out what those 4 things are. So it says, don't forget to grab that complete guide. It has all the framework plus example for different business types. Look, here's the reality. Having the system and actually executing it consistently are 2 completely different things. If you want us to implement this entire system for you, click the first link below to book a strategy call and make sure to watch this video next, where I show you how to turn those viewers into paying clients. This is the one I wish I had when I was starting out. Now let me break it down to you. The first thing I have to do is reminding them about your lead magnet, which I did here in the first line itself. Then the second line is what I call a reality check. I acknowledge that knowing and doing are different things, which I did in the second line here. Then the third thing is your main offer, which I did here in the third line. That's where I mentioned about my strategy call and asked them to book a strategy call with me. And then the fourth thing is calling out your next specific video with emotional angle, right? This is where I mentioned this is the one I wish I had when I was starting out. That's it. If you take off all those 4 things, you have got an outro that converts and keeps people watching more of your content. Look, everything I walked you through is our exact scripting framework for turning YouTube viewers into actual paid clients. Don't forget to grab that complete scripting template that I mentioned. It has hook formulas, the killer insight examples, the CTA timing framework, and the outro template we use with our agency clients. First link in the description. But here's the reality. Having the scripting structure and using it consistently, completely 2 different things. You could take everything I showed you and spend the next few months figuring out all the details, making expensive mistakes, and trying to optimize on your own. Or you could just work with us who have done this already hundreds of times and knows how to exactly avoid those costly errors. We don't just give you scripts, we handle everything. The ideation, scripting, editing, the optimization, the conversion framework. Same process that generated over $8,000 for our clients. So if you're serious about building a complete YouTube system that generates you 10 to 25 qualified calls every single month in 90 days, and if we can't get you results, you don't pay. Click the second link in the description below and book a strategy call with me. And make sure to watch the next video where I break down exactly how to package your videos to get clicks, the thumbnail and title strategies that make people actually watch your perfectly scripted content.